It surged forward like a flash of lightning, a flawless strike that erased what was once a safe distance. Every vibration became a test of space, every attack a decisive moment where survival was determined. By the time the prey recognized the danger, the safe distance no longer existed. So what transformed a legless creature into a haunting terror across the grasslands? Across continents, from scorching deserts to dense rainforests, snakes exist as the land's silent guardians. Without legs and without sound, they rely on sensing vibrations, scent, and patience to gain the advantage. Their long bodies and slow metabolism allow them to conserve energy, waiting for weeks for a decisive opportunity. With more than 3,000 species, each hunting strategy is a different solution to the same survival equation. Within the natural cycle, snakes do not dominate, but they keep the balance that sustains entire ecosystems. Across the African savanna and open woodlands, a shadow nearly 14 feet long moves in silence. It is the black mamba, one of the fastest venomous snakes on land, capable of reaching speeds of about 13 miles per hour. It does not rely on elaborate camouflage. Its presence alone is enough to make the surrounding space feel tense and restrained. But speed is only the surface. The true power of the black mamba lies within its ink-dark mouth, where an extremely potent neurotoxin is delivered in a single strike. Around 100 milligrams of venom can rapidly disrupt the nervous systems of large animals in less than 20 minutes. For the black mamba, contact is not the beginning of the hunt. It is the moment when the outcome is already decided. Yet in nature, no dominance is absolute. Within the same environment, the mongoose appears as a rare evolutionary counterbalance, possessing modified acetylcholine receptors that reduce the effects of black mamba venom. Rather than engaging head-on, it circles patiently, wearing down its opponent's stamina. With one precisely placed bite, the creature that once inspired fear across the grasslands becomes a source of energy for the mongoose. In the dense rainforests of Central and West Africa, the Gaboon viper nearly dissolves into the forest floor. With a body that can exceed 6 feet in length, a broad triangular head, and intricate camouflage patterns, it does not need to move to hunt. The Gaboon's strength lies in not being seen. Its diet includes rodents, frogs, lizards, and occasionally birds or small mammals. Not fast like the mamba, the Gaboon chooses the opposite strategy: absolute waiting. For hours, even days, it remains completely still, allowing the environment itself to guide prey within range. The moment converges. A sudden reflex, and everything is over in less than a second. Fangs reaching up to about 2 inches in length, combined with a large, precisely controlled amount of venom, allow the Gaboon to conclude the hunt with minimal energy expenditure. In its world, time is not an enemy, but an ally. And this cycle continues in the same quiet manner. Unlike many snakes that lay eggs, the Gaboon viper gives live birth. Each reproductive cycle, usually only once per year, the female can deliver between 20 and 50 offspring, fully developed and ready to survive independently from the moment they enter the world. Within the dense forest layers of South and Southeast Asia, the king cobra reigns like a crownless monarch. With a maximum length reaching about 18 feet and a massive body weighing close to 40 pounds, it is regarded as the largest venomous snake in the world. The power of this king is most clearly revealed in its unforgiving diet. The king cobra hunts and feeds almost exclusively on other snakes. When it senses a threat, it can raise the front portion of its body up to about 6 feet above the ground, fixing its gaze directly on an opponent with cold authority. Each individual controls a territory spanning several miles, holding a critical position within the tropical forest food chain. Yet this dominance is not limited to hunting. During the breeding season, which lasts about 3 months, males engage in silent contests for access to females. The one that maintains control determines which genetic line continues. They may grapple, attempting to press the opponent's head down into the forest leaf litter. But that is not the full story. Behind this formidable exterior lies a trait rarely seen in snakes: maternal care. The king cobra is the only snake known to build a nest, gathering decaying leaves into mounds about 2 feet high, quietly guarding the eggs through the relentless rains of the tropical forest. On the Australian continent, where temperatures can rise above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, the inland taipan exists as a biological paradox. Its skin coloration shifts with the seasons, supporting internal regulation and adaptation to the harsh desert environment. Yet behind this reserved appearance is a snake that carries what is considered the most potent venom ever recorded among snakes. A single strike releases only a very small amount, but it is enough to rapidly overwhelm the nervous system of prey, a level of toxicity surpassing many other species, including the king cobra. Rather than pursuing, the inland taipan chooses a strategy of speed, restraint, and absolute precision. The hunt begins with scent. Its forked tongue continuously samples the air, delivering odor particles to the Jacobson's organ to track nocturnal rodents. A slender body and smooth scales allow it to glide across dry sand with almost no sound. At a distance of just a few feet, its vision is sufficient to lock onto a target within confined space. The moment of contact is extremely brief. Immediately afterward, the inland taipan retreats, allowing biology itself to complete the remaining process. This approach minimizes the risk of injury and conserves energy, a survival choice in an unforgiving desert landscape. Like the inland taipan, the horned desert viper is shaped by arid lands. With a body length of about 24 inches, it carries a pair of scaled horns above the eyes, shielding against blowing sand and blurring the outline of the head from watchful eyes overhead. By burying itself beneath about 2 inches of sand, it leaves a surface so still it appears as if it was never there, making it a master of camouflage. When it needs to reposition, the horned desert viper uses sidewinding, a clean, precise diagonal motion. This allows only about 7% of its body to touch the hot sand, reducing heat absorption and leaving a broken trail that is difficult to follow. Even subtle vibrations within about 10 feet are enough for it to read the rhythm of prey movement, as if the desert itself is whispering directions. The hunt begins with stillness, a short, accurate strike, and then it sinks back into the sand, returning silence to the land. With a slow metabolism, it can draw energy from a single meal for many days, a valuable advantage in a scarce desert. In southern deserts, that strategy becomes even more refined. A close relative of the horned desert viper, Peringue's adder in the Namib's red sands, buries nearly its entire body beneath the sand, leaving only the eyes exposed to watch. It gently wiggles its tail, imitating a writhing worm, something desert lizards can hardly resist in such a harsh environment. A lightning-fast strike closes the hunt, where camouflage and deception merge into one. Leaving the desert behind for the warm Indo Pacific seas, the Belcher's sea snake slips through the water like a thin pencil line. About 40 inches long, with a slender body and pale banding, it nearly dissolves into the deep blue seascape. In the ocean, the Belcher's sea snake is a master of adaptation. It can dive to depths of about 300 feet and has been recorded more than 150 miles offshore, limits that very few snakes ever reach. A lung that extends nearly to the tail, combined with the ability to absorb some oxygen directly through the skin and the lining of the mouth, allows it to remain active underwater for long periods on a single breath, with almost no wasted energy. Because of these precise adaptations, the Belcher's sea snake does not need to swim fast or display power. It survives through pure efficiency. Quiet, graceful, and dangerous enough to remind everything around it that the ocean is never as gentle as it appears. The lion appears, and everything shifts in an instant. Its heavy steps sweep across the grassland, resonating like distant thunder, the ground trembling beneath each stride. Speed, strength, and strategy merge into one, unfolding in every moment. The lion does not emerge to display itself. Each step declares who truly claims this open land. This is no game, but a test of survival, where even the smallest misstep can bring everything to a sudden end. Hyenas on the savannah are known not only as persistent hunters, but also as long-standing rivals of the lion. Their strong jaws can generate more than 1,000 patsoe of pressure. A clan often includes 10 to 30 individuals living in a tight matriarchal structure. This organization turns hyenas into formidable competitors for many species, including lions. They hunt on their own, approach closely to take portions of another hunter's meal, and may even challenge a lioness when acting as a group. When a lion has just secured a meal, the hyena clan quietly follows from behind. They gather in numbers and spread into a curved formation, closing in from multiple angles. The power of the group and their precise coordination can force a lion to step away from its prize. Encounters like these are always tense and high pressure, among the most intense standoffs on the grassland. A lion is not easily deterred. Its instinct to dominate drives it to reduce competition within its range. At times, a male lion follows the scent of hyenas toward shallow den entrances where young hyenas appear. Even a single approach can silence the area around the den, deepening the long-standing tension between the two species. Along the edges of their territories, a lone hyena straying from the group faces a greatly increased risk of confrontation. A sudden charge can bring a standoff to an abrupt end. It shows that every step a hyena takes toward a lion carries significant risk. And on the savannah, each moment is shaped by instinct and survival strategy. African wild dogs are masters of speed and endurance. Each one weighs about 50 to 80 pounds, built with lean, powerful muscles made for long-distance running. They always move as a pack, coordinating every step with precision. Reaching speeds of up to 44 miles per hour, they maintain a steady pace for hours. Against lions, wild dogs rely on close tracking, splitting angles, and taking turns applying pressure, making them one of the most challenging opponents to face. When the pack is hunting and unintentionally crosses into a lion's patrol zone, the risk of a territorial clash appears immediately. A single short-range charge is enough for the entire pack to recognize the danger ahead. In that instant, their formation can break apart if one individual loses footing, and the chase for survival ends almost as quickly as it began. Yet pure strength does not always guarantee an absolute advantage. When a lioness moves alone or travels with her cub, she becomes a target for the wild dog's persistent harassment. Swift approaches and a burst of loud calls can force this larger predator to retreat, turning her body to shield her cub and keep it safe. In moments like these, the line between overwhelming power and necessary caution becomes unmistakably clear. Moving forward or stepping back is always a difficult choice. For a male lion, adulthood is not just about its body growing larger. It is a long journey of securing the right to survive and to control territory. Lions often live in prides or male coalitions, and each stretch of land is a valuable asset, shaping food sources, mates, and safety for the whole group. Conflict ignites when a solitary male steps into an occupied range, openly challenging the authority of the one who came before. When male coalitions meet, a lion must face some of the most intense confrontations with its own kind. Tracks, scent, and roaring mark the opponent's boundaries, yet it rarely chooses to turn back. It moves deeper into unfamiliar ground, like a clear declaration to the one in power. It knows that every piece of land gained comes at a heavy price, yet it still accepts the test of both strength and resolve. The one that prevails keeps the territory and the right to breed. The one that loses must withdraw, sometimes standing right at the edge of survival. It is a harsh cycle of power, where only the most determined individuals remain. Lions that manage to hold a territory for 2 to 3 years reach the peak of their strength and help maintain balance across the wide grasslands. The leopard is a solitary big cat, known for its agility, stealth, and remarkable reflexes. It moves skillfully along high branches, rocky slopes, and through bands of shade, carefully watching its surroundings to avoid lions and stay discreet across the wide savannah. Yet caution is not always enough. The lion, the dominant hunter of this land, with overwhelming strength and refined coordination, uses every opportunity to claim a meal. If the leopard carries its food up into a tree, some lions are even willing to climb after it, determined to challenge for the prize. At times, when a lion closes in, the leopard immediately rolls onto its back, claws raised, defending itself with calculated care. It knows that a single misstep could cost it everything. If the lion chooses not to prolong the tension, it simply threatens and then moves away. But when the leopard makes too many mistakes and is driven into open ground, with no escape route back to the trees, the lion can quickly bring the confrontation to an end. This encounter does not begin with hunger. It is driven by the lion's instinct to assert its dominance, and on the savannah, there is no room for weakness. Across the open grasslands, the cheetah is the embodiment of unmatched speed. Its light frame, long legs, and flexible spine allow it to surge past 60 miles per hour. In most chases, few animals can keep up. Yet even this incredible speed is not always enough to protect it from the lion, the ruler of this land. When it senses danger in time, the cheetah can twist sharply through curved paths and slip out of sight. But a single moment of misjudgment, when a lion closes in too quickly, can render its speed useless. One brief delay can bring its entire journey to an abrupt end. In the competition for a meal, the advantage almost always belongs to the lion. The cheetah must eat quickly, regain energy, and leave before other predators arrive, or everything slips away. Though it is the fastest among the big cats, it is also the most vulnerable. On the vast savannah, speed keeps it alive, but power still rests with the lion. The cheetah survives through sharp awareness and careful movement in a world where every mistake means losing its chance to endure. The Nile crocodile, an ancient predator more than 15 feet long and weighing over 1,000 pounds, is a master of stealth. It waits patiently beneath still water, watching for the moment when an unwary animal steps too close to the edge, ready to launch a sudden strike. Yet even with its impressive strength and burst speed, the crocodile rarely holds the advantage against a fully grown lion. When the encounter happens on the sandy bank, the balance shifts instantly in the lion's favor. With a flexible body, quick reflexes, and precise movements, the lion quickly takes control of the situation. If a lion is unfortunate enough to get caught in a crocodile's grip, the hunter can become the one at risk, a sudden turn in nature's unforgiving rhythm. Crossing the river is always the most tense moment. From below, a crocodile may surge upward, trying to clamp down on the lion's body. But the lion uses every ounce of strength to break free, springing out of the water like a survivor refusing to yield. It reaches the bank, its body still trembling, yet its eyes shining bright. Proof that the will of a ruler is not easily subdued. Under the blazing sun, an adult rhinoceros stands like a living fortress. Its thick, armor-like skin, sharp horn, and massive muscles make any predator think twice. With just a single turn of its head, the space around it seems to tremble. Facing this giant, a pride of lions must move with extreme caution. They study every movement, circle from the outside, and avoid any rushed approach. When an adult rhino becomes stuck in mud and loses its ability to maneuver, it creates a rare moment for lions to consider a direct attempt. They inch closer, yet every step is filled with hesitation, because one sudden counter-move could cost the entire pride dearly. Many times, the shadow of a lifting horn alone is enough to make the lions back away. Understanding that risk clearly, lions often choose targets they can control more easily. When they set their sights on a young rhino, the chance of success is higher. But it also brings another danger: the mother. The moment a mother rhino arrives, every plan the lions formed can collapse instantly. One powerful charge is enough to scatter the entire pride, forcing them to retreat to avoid serious injury. If the journey has now traveled from grasslands to the seafloor, it becomes clear that a snake's strength is not only speed or venom, but the way it adapts to survive. Each species is a perfectly placed piece within its ecosystem. If more wild stories like this are desired, a like and a channel subscription help ensure the next episode is not missed.